On the grid, rotate triangle A. We're not doing that for the moment, right now. We're going to do the part B. Because on the grid, enlarge triangle A by a scale factor half. This is a good question. Scale factor half, center 0, level triangle C. Okay, I don't even think you can see that part of the question at the bottom. Can we just make this a bit smaller maybe? No, that's not good. Okay, now, the center of enlargement is where? Is here. Now when we do a center of enlargement, what do? We do a little spider web. We do our line from the center of enlargement out. I'm using a red pen. Can you please use pencil? You can only use red pen when you are qualified. That will be quite a few years before you become qualified. Qualified. MSL.
You draw that as C63.
YouTube. Okay, folks, can we quickly do these lines nicely, beautifully, accurately? I'm doing them in red for extra visibility. Can you do yours in pencil? Okay, now the scale factor is actually a fraction and it's actually less than 1. So where do you reckon the enlargement be? Normally the enlargements are ahead of the shape because the shape is bigger. Where will it be now? It won't be ahead of the shape, it'll be below the shape. It'll actually be in here, this section here. No, that's the other one, that's -1. That actually comes down on this side. That's a different one. We did not look at that one straight. We done one of those last time in the examination. Okay, I'm going to make sure that my phone switched hand. Okay, folks, I'll switch my phone down to vibrate. Make sure all your phones are down. Okay, now, if you look at this, what is this distance here? 1. So when you draw our new shape, it should be a half. Because the enlargement is scale factor a half. 1 times by half is a half. Now, let's look at something nice and clear. Now, we got 1 and 2 diagonals across to get to this corner here. What's half of 2 diagonals? 1 diagonal. So that point there moves to here. That point moves to here. And that point will move to here on the line. And that point will move down to here. Because they have to all meet, they have to be at 90 degrees now. I'm doing mine in green. Yeah, well, it's half of it. So, would you be happy to say that this is half now?
Yeah.
That was originally 2. Is that 1?
Yeah.
We're all done. So So don't always think that enlargement means always bigger. Enlargement can also mean smaller, even though they use the word enlargement. So be careful on that kind of question. You're expecting something bigger, but it's actually something smaller. Okay, that's lovely. Thank you for reminding me about that question. Fida, I missed that one. Okay, now you might have to flip through a few pages forward. No, that's a rotation question. So just keep it to the theme of rotation for the moment. That's right, enlargement.
S12. This one.
S12, yeah. Well, it looks like that. Okay. Question S12, please, folks. We look at that question now. Ifra, can you have just quick look and make sure visual of the supposedly nicely clear, not too bright? It's okay? Lovely. Okay. Here's another examination question. Part A. It says reflect triangle P in the line y equals 4. Let's see if anybody knows where the line y equals 4 is. The line y equals 4, it is straight across here. Why is it straight across there? Because that is the point y equals 4. And the line y equals 4 is all the way across. So Harun, you might need to flick through a few pages forward. Yeah. Okay, got it? So part A now, I'm going to reflect that in this line, y equals 4. So can you do that? That's an easy question, isn't it? Reflection. We done that last week. So this point will go to here, Harun. This point is 1 away, it'll be 1 away on the other side. This point here is 1, 2, 3 away, it'll be 1, 2, 3 on the other side. So, okay, if I do ruler, make it more neater. Again, lots of positive comments on the YouTube videos and the previous ones we've done so far, alhamdulillah. People are finding it useful, so it's important that we make good quality videos. We're trying our best, anyway, it's just... you guys put some good positive input into the lessons as well. Okay, that's part, it says label the image Q. I've labelled mine Q. That's the first part. That's actually a revision of last week's work, reflection we've done, and translation. Next one says rotate. We're not going to do that for right now. We can skip B for the moment, come back to it in a bit. But enlarge triangle P by scale factor 3, center O, label the image S. So, here's that, I'm going to do it in red now. There's my center. So, Harun, what we're going to do from this center, from the red dot, I'm going to go through each corner, nice long lines, accurately through the corners. Nice long lines, nice and long, don't make them short. Okay. It says here now, we have to enlarge by scale factor 3.
You have to measure in that.
Now we can measure it. Okay, so we got this line, let's look at this line here first. This line here, we can measure in centimeters, or we can do a grid style. So this point here is 2 across and 1 up, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now if we multiply 2 across, what do we get? 6 across. And if you multiply 1 up, what do we get by 3? 3. So it should be here. Okay. As a grid formation, now what about this point here? This point is 3 across, and how high is it? 3. And what's 3 by 3? 3 by 3, that'll be 9 by 9 by 9. Yeah, 3 by 3 is 9 by 9, isn't it? Do you remember I told you to make the lines nice and big?
Yeah.
I see my lines actually not big enough. Yeah. That just shows you what happens if you don't make your lines big enough. You fall short. So that point's there. And where's the other point? We had one point here. Okay, now let's just, and what about the next one here? This point is 1 and 3. What's 1 and 3 times by 3? 3 and 9. So 3 across and 9 up. Look at that, that's beautiful, that is accuracy wise. That is delicious. Yummy, yummy.
So all the lines fit.
Fit corners, look at that. MashaAllah. That's awesome. Mr. Huzaifa's dad is playing there. Okay, so I'm just trying to give you a different technique now rather than just measuring the lines and getting slightly inaccurate. We've got, mashallah, excellently in the corners there. Have you seen that going in the corners? Bang going into the corners. So there's no kind of like, not too much discrepancy on that question there. Okay, right. Okay, now let's turn, are we happy with those 2 questions there, folks?
Yeah.
How long are we happy with that? You shaded in your shape, it asks us to label it what?
Yes.
S. Done. No, not these ones. Not these ones. I think we finished, in a sense, I think we finished all the enlargement ones, really. I don't know if you've got any more enlargement ones.
So
We have got 1, 2 more large ones, yes. Ooh. Right. Okay, folks, can we get this sheet, please? Can you just forward it to that sheet, please? Okay, now, this is another one of those reverse questions. They've got the original shape, they've got the enlarged shape, they want you to go backwards and work out what the scale factor and stuff was. So, what do we do in this case? Somebody remind me. We find corresponding points, we join them up nicely and accurately. Take your time to get it, like, as we say, bang on, going through the corners. I'm doing mine in red, please do yours in pencil. Okay. And then I'm going to join these 2 points up, please. Look at my 2 corners there. I'm going to join them up as well. Nice and big lines. Nice and big lines. So what we've done here, so describe fully the single transformation which maps P onto Q. So P is your original, Q is enlarged. Now we don't need to measure the distances, we just need to measure on the lines. Let's measure this. Okay. So let's have Zishan. What is the distance here, Zishan? That one? 2. And what is the distance, Harun, on the new one? 6. So originally it was 2, that was 6. How did we get from 2 to 6? Okay. So it says describe fully the single transformation. Now, let me tell you the common answer in this question. The transformation is scale factor of 3. Can you answer the word transformation with the word transformation?
No.
No, transformation is like saying something is general. It's like me asking you, what car do you have? You say, we have a car. You've answered with the same question, you haven't told me the model. So they're asking you for transformation, you have to answer with enlargement, which is the actual, which is like Merck E323 device, for example.
Exactly.
So we say here that it's an enlargement okay, and the scale, okay, scale factor is gone from P to Q. What was the scale factor again, folks?
3.
Okay, what was the center of enlargement?
You forgot the E of the scale.
0.
0,
Thank
1.
you. Center of
Enlargement is 0, 1.
center of enlargement is going to be 0 and then 1. That's lovely. That's my center because where the lines are crossed, that's the center. Excellent. Well done there, Ramiz. I think Ramiz's 10 cylinders are working today.
No, about 16.
Sorry, 16 cylinders like a Bugatti Veyron.
Exactly.
Okay, lovely. That question, that examination question done is worth 3 marks. Was that difficult?
No.
No. Okay, 5 marks for the question total is another part A. This part's worth 3. Okay, who's ready to do a scale factor of -1.5?
You're there.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ready? You've done an exam question. Not in the. Think so. Okay, here we go. Now, first of all, if you put a minus in this one then becomes what grade does it become?
A.
Grade A. Okay, what does the minus mean? The minus means it's a negative enlargement, which means rather than the shape being in front of the shape, it will be behind the shape on this side and it will be upside down. So let's have a look. It goes scale factor of -1.5, center 0. Put a dot for the center. Now, watch what I'm doing now. Can you give me nice, lovely, long lines? Key word is long lines. I'm just taking my time to make sure I get them in the right position. Okay, and take your time to make sure you get through the right corners, otherwise you'll be a bit wonky. Nice long lines. Okay, that's the key thing. 3 and 1. Oops, oh, I've gone a bit too excited there, that's some paper. Now, what we can expect now is this shape is going to be here and it's going to be upside down and bigger. The 1.5 tiles is going to be bigger by 50%. Now, what is the length here? This length here, Zishan, is 1. And this length here is 2. So if you just do a quick mental calculation, what's 1 times by 1.5? 1.5. 1 times by 1.5 is 1.5. Okay. And what's 2 times by 1.5? 3. So we are expecting, I'm just going to do a little sketch here. We are expecting a triangle. If I just do the same one over here, as quick as an idea, 1.5 and 3. That's going to be the size of the shape. Will be upside down on this side. That's going to be the rough. So this measurement becomes 1.5. Now, this we have to do this measurement here. 1 will come along here and go until it becomes 1.5. Right. Let's have a look. I think here we're going to have to do the same method we just done previously. So please, folks, bear with me for the moment. Here we go. This point here, we've got 2 across and 1 up. On this side, 2 across. What's 2 times by 1.5 becomes 3, and 1 up becomes 1.5 down.
Yeah.
So that point goes to there. So we've done that point. Harun, are you happy with that? Shall I do that part again? Yeah. So Harun, let's do this point here. Which one we? Sorry, we just done 2. We just done that one. We do this one now. So Harun, this point here in the original is 3 across. Yeah, can you see that? 3 across and 1 up. So on the other side, 3 times by 1.5 is
3.
okay. So 3 across here. What's 3 times by 1.5? 3 times by 1.5. 4.5.
1.5.
Yeah, 4.5. So we got to go 1, 2, 3, 4.5 here, and then that went up by 1. We got to come down by 1.5. So that goes there. Okay. Right. Now, which point have we got left now? This one. So this point here, we can't just measure this distance here and just multiply by 1.5 here. Or we can just say it's 2 by 3.
Yeah.
2 across, 3 up. So opposite, so 2 times by 1.5 is
3.
3. So 3 across that way. And we're going to go up by 3. What's 3 times by 1.5? 4. So down by 4. And the answer should be here. I think my line might be slightly out here, this line.
Mine is slightly
I think my line is slightly out. So it's 2. Okay, let's just have a quick measure of the shape now. That was 1. So now we've gone across, we should be going across 1.5, is that right? 1.5 there. That was 2, we should be 3. Now actually, it's right that it's there. If you look over here now, we should have, what is it, 3, isn't it? So that's 1, 2, and then half here and half here. That makes 3. So we're actually quite good there in that question. We managed to get it. Managed to string it in.